Hey guys, it's a section of violence here. We got a good one for you. We got UFC 307, really good card. Yeah, let's get right into it. We got Tim Means versus Court McGee. Sorry guys, interesting fight, 50-50. We got Tim Means, who has historically decent takedown defense. His grappling's pretty mid, like his jiu-jitsu. He's experienced as hell. He's got submitted in, let's see how many times. He's been submitted 7 losses by submission. So that's most of his losses are by submission. I actually don't mind the court submission angle. Um, I think the thing about this fight is they're both pretty old. So, you know, to try to take one side confidently is kind of crazy to me because Tim Means can somewhat strike. He's gonna have straight shots down the middle. He's gonna have his knees, his elbows. He's like a poor man's Matt Brown, but taller and longer, and a better rest takedown defense. Um, Actually, I don't know. That's pretty close. Brown's takedown defense wasn't horrible, but yeah, I'm gonna go Tim Means here. Not confident. I could switch because Court McGee's, I believe, from the area, south, or I believe it says, yeah, he's from Utah, so he's used to the elevation. I don't mind a court sub. That's a pretty interesting angle. Um, yeah, I'm gonna pass on this fight, but if I were to bet this fight, I would lean court sub, and I would go to Dirty Bird. Um, I'd go to the Dirty Bird as a prediction for now, but honestly, this is a fight I have no interest in betting on. Even watching this fight could get pretty stale, so don't expect too much with this fight. Yeah, and and I think Tim Means could KO Court, but I just don't think he will. Court's not gonna get chipped by Tim Means at this stage. I think Tim Means is just what is he, like 40 years old? I think he's just gone past his prime, um, by far, and I just think Tim Means is on the way out, and Court McGee has a few more fights left, even though he's also on the way out. I don't know. This is a fight where it's like I try to use logic with this, but it's like Court McGee. If you're going by logic, it would be Court McGee, but I just have a gut feeling Tim Means gets it done. So for now, it's Tim Means, but I'm probably gonna end up switching by fight time. But yeah, moving on. We have Ovince Preux versus Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann, he's a interesting character. Um, the thing about Ryan Spann is he's not consistent. He's constantly making dumb mistakes. Um, you know, if he doesn't get the finish, he pretty much gasses himself out going for it. OSP's a vet. Say what you want about him. He's a veteran. Um, 27 and 17. Like the guy's fought everybody. He got TKO by Philippe Lins, which is a really bad look. Kennedy Nzechukwu. Kennedy's just also pretty dumb, so he doesn't make the best decisions. I think OSP is a lot of things, but he's not dumb. Um, he's just lazy at times. But in this last fight, he showed that he still somewhat has it. So I don't want to count him completely out here. Obviously, OSP could still outpoint his way to a decision again, but I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Spann. I just think Ryan Spann's younger, hungrier, and he's coming off an L, so he needs a win. 3 L's, he needs a win bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ryan Spann here. I believe he gets it done by TKO. Um, like OSP, man, like the guy doesn't even really try anymore. other than his last fight, he really doesn't try anymore. He just sits back, and yeah, he doesn't even try to implement his game. It's just mainly counters, and first few fights are on the card are stinkers, not gonna lie. But it is what it is. I gotta go with oh no, OSP, sorry. Ryan Spann by TKO. But if he doesn't get the TKO early, OSP's live. So just be ready for that, and yeah, we'll see how this fight plays out. Yeah, moving on. We have one more thing. We have Ryan Spann training out of Fortis. Yeah, I can't even take too much out of the gym because they both have decent gyms. So it's like I can't, there's not many. I'm trying to find an edge for this fight, but Ryan Spann should win. But look at the price. You want to pay negative 300 on Ryan Spann? Like, go for it. But anyways, Ryan Spann should win. But man, this is a tricky one. Tecia Pennington versus Carla Esparza. We have Tecia Pennington. Honestly, I met her in Toronto. She's an awesome girl. She has a kid now. Same with Carla. The thing with Tecia is that she's had a fight since her pregnancy. Carla has not. Tecia is the better striker by far. She is less likely to quit from what I've seen in her fights. Carla Esparza is going to retire after this. Tecia may or may or not. I don't know. I gotta go Tecia Pennington here. I just think Tecia Pennington's going to pick Carla apart on the feet if she doesn't get taken down and grappled to a decision. It's women's MMA at the end of the day. So I'm not playing this fight. But if I were to play this fight, I would take Tecia Pennington. She should have beat Tabitha Ritchie, and arguably should have beat Mackenzie Dern too. So she's had two questionable decisions not go her way. Um, hopefully she gets it done this time. Uh, yeah, I just think Ticia's yeah, I think Ticia's good enough to win this fight, and Carla, I just feel like she doesn't, she's been off a while and she's gonna have some ring rust. Her heavy wrestling game isn't gonna work in my opinion for this fight. I think Carla is definitely someone like you got to watch out for against girls that can't grapple at all. But I feel like Pennington's got capable grappling to keep Esparza off of her. I'm gonna go with Mrs. Tecia Pennington here. I feel like she wins this fight at a decently high clip too. I would go 6 times out of 10. She would win this fight. She'd be 6 or 7 times out of 10. She beats Carla Esparza. So I feel like negative 160. It's not a bad line, but I still wouldn't play it because it's women's MMA. But yeah, moving on. We have Austin Hubbard versus Alexander Hernandez. Austin Hubbard, he's he's not a bad fighter. I mean he's not great, but he's not terrible. Hernandez, he's about the same. He's not bad, he's not good, he's just there. These are two serviceable fighters. Decent fighters. The regional scene, they'd be pretty good, but in the UFC, they're not. It's just kind of how it is. Um, Hernandez has shown brilliance. Dariush, um, Jim Miller, but then he's also shown, Breeden. But then he showed Grutzmacher. He showed very bad moments. Drew Dober, Gorntillo, Moicano's aged well. Damon Jackson, Will Algio. These losses I
You're
keep
gonna wear
mentioning.
that.
Oh, sorry, commercial. I'm watching something over here, and yeah, just Alexander Hernandez, man. He's just not someone I can get behind. He is like, do I think he wins this fight? Honestly, I don't know. I think he does, but I'm not confident. Let me see what my prediction is. Just to make sure I didn't forget. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I got Hernandez here. That's just be mostly because how bad Hubbard is. That's not because how much better like, Hubbard could easily win this fight. Just outpoint him to a decision, outpace him, cage push him, knees to the thigh. I mean, he got a win over Mikhail Figlak in what I thought was a pretty bad robbery, but it is what it is. Yeah, he he beat the legendary Roosevelt Roberts, lost to Kurt Hallbaugh pretty badly. Yeah, I gotta go with Hernandez here, but it's not confident. This is a coin flip fight. I think the thing about Austin Hubbard is he's gonna put a pace, and can Hernandez sustain it? I don't know. We'll find out. I gotta go with Hernandez here, but I'll know for sure by fight day what I'm on. Because honestly, this should be a skip fight as from a betting perspective. Moving on, we have Cesar Almeida taking on Ihor Potieria. Cesar Almeida is the better kickboxer by far. Absolutely. Like just he's gonna piece up Ihor. The thing is Ihor dangerous enough to catch Cesar in the first round? And is Ihor gonna grapple? Because Cesar has shown that he has a weakness to grappling. The thing is, I don't think Ihor can grapple to save his life. He's a decent defensive grappler, like initial takedown defense, but other than that, I just don't think he's good at all. And even then, he's not good. I'm just trying to give him something. And honestly, Ihor is he could get the KO, he could pull an upset, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think Cesar Almeida has him covered. He's a student of the game, constantly learning. DeFranco was saying, he said this guy's constantly learning in the gym, always looking to ask questions. You got to get behind someone like that who's a student of the game, someone who genuinely cares. Sure, he didn't look great in his last outing. We just got to watch out for him with him with grapplers, because unless he's fighting Dylan Budka, he's gonna have some issues. Yeah, he beats. Yeah, he made Kopilov a grappler. Like that was very shocking to me. I just think if you're making Kopilov shoot, you're definitely gonna make Ihor not shoot, but uncomfortable. I gotta go with Cesar Almeida by KO. I think Cesar Almeida is the better fighter. Um, and I don't rate Ihor very highly. I think Ihor gets tired. He's experienced now, which is good, but I just don't think he's at the level. Like he's decent. He's at the level of Caesar, especially on the feet. So gonna go Cesar Almeida by KO rounds one or rounds two. Definitely could play out in a variety of different ways, but that's what I think is gonna happen. Moving on, we have Iasmin Lucindo versus Marina Rodriguez. Okay, so the thing about this fight is it's another fight where it's very close. Yasmin is a boxing heavy style. She doesn't kick much. She does mix in her grappling, which is a huge thing. Because Marina Rodriguez it has very good Muay Thai, a suspect chin, and very suspect grappling. She can't really get up. She won't that's like she won't learn. She just can't learn grappling. She's got brick hips. Not brick hips, but like when she's down, she's down. Like it's gonna take her a while to get back up. Yasmin Lucindo has decent grappling game, so if Yasmin decides to grapple, and she doesn't like what she's seeing on the feet for some reason, because I think Yasmin can throw hands with her for days. It's just on the kicking game and the elbows and the clinch of Marina that I think could cause a problem here. But honestly, I don't think Yasmin. I don't know if Yasmin's ego will let her grapple. If Yasmin's smart, she'll grapple, but I don't know if she will. So for that reason, I'm passing on this fight. But I understand why people are betting Yasmin. She's how old is Marina? Let me see. Um, Marina is 37 years old. Yeah, like that's not good. I gotta go with Iasmin Lucindo here, just for the fact that Marina is getting up there in age. She's her chin suspect and her grappling suspect, but Iasmin Lucindo honestly could blow this. Marina's not a bum. She's very good. She's she could cause her a lot of problems on the feet, and her takedown defense isn't bad. So her initial takedown defense, once she's taken down, it's rough. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Iasmin Lucinda here, but it's not a confident prediction. It's just a slight lean. This fight could play out in a variety of different ways. I definitely think if Marina loses this fight, she is going to be looking towards different fights in her career. Unless she's hell bent on getting the title. But I doubt it if she loses this fight because she knows she's getting up there in age. I'm sure she's trying to make the most of every fight. But yeah, I gotta go with Lucinda here by. This is a tricky one. I'm gonna go Lucindo decision. Moving on. Steven Wonderboy Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. Um, this is another fight, man, where it's like I want to pick uh I want to pick Buckley, and I think I might by fight time because he's got the grappling. He can mix in the wrestling, and Buckley and Thompson has shown weaknesses to wrestling. Also, like Marina Rodriguez, Thompson is 41 years old. He is not a young kid anymore. He's a karate guy. You know, you can't really fault the guy to losing to Shavkat and Bilal. He TKO'd Kevin Holland. Like he beat Jeff Neal. He beat Vicente Luque. The Holland one was 2 years ago though. Oh my god. See, this is the problem. I'm gonna go with Buckley just because he's got the grappling and he can mix in. But I am not confident. Screw it. I'm gonna go Thompson one last win, and if he loses, he retires. Win or lose, he retires, I think. But maybe six or I don't know. All I know is Thompson is a legend, and these karate guys can stick around a while. The wrestling is my biggest worry if Buckley shoots, which he probably will. This is a tricky fight to call. Buckley, very explosive no, I want to say wrestler. Like Mike Tyson style and MMA boxer, very, very dangerous, very explosive, flashy. He's got a probably the best highlight reel of all time. He beat Ruzi Boev pretty handedly. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go Buckley. I'm gonna switch my prediction right now to Buckley. I just I don't know, man. I can't get behind Thompson. See, you guys see where my dilemma is because both of them are just it's 50-50, man. I'm gonna go Buckley, but I'm not confident. And yeah, this is a tricky fight to call. Yeah, I'm torn. I'll be back. I don't quote me on this prediction. This one's probably one of the ones on the most on the card that probably one of the fights most on the card that I'm torn on. So I'm gonna go Buckley right now, but I could switch back to Thompson. I don't know. Moving on. We have Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, if he fights like he cares, he can be one of the more tricky fights. Because he's got the long reach, decent jiu-jitsu, not as good as Roman's, but good striking. This is tricky because I think Roman can just out physical him and out grapple him, but he can also get picked apart on the feet. So I'm gonna go. This is another fight where it's like, I'm gonna go Holland, but honestly, I'm torn, and he could easily just get out grappled. Um, I think I think the thing about Holland Does he show up like he cares, or does he not? Does he show up like he doesn't? And I think Holland's gonna come looking for a win. If you look at Holland's record, he's 26-11 now. Comes off a technical armbar where he submitted Mikal. Um, he's been submitted. He took Jack to a split, so the guy's a, you know, decent fight, even though I thought he lost that handily. He lost at Bank of Venom Page. Like, he loses to a striker, like the elite strikers. So this is a 50-50 fight as well. Because Roman, in my opinion, he's a good grappler, strikes like an ape, and he fights pretty dumb. Like, he cage pushes, he does dumb things. He's got Eric Nixick in his corner, which is good. Because Eric's the man. He's probably one of the best coaches in the game. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland here, just because he's got the striking, the reach, decent takedown defense. Not great, but decent. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland here by decision. But honestly, this is a close fight. I don't know what to think about this fight as well. There's a few fights in this card I just don't know what to think about. And for those reasons, I'm definitely not betting on those fights. Probably not even live either, because I don't know what to think. Well, I will probably bet them live, but you know what I mean. Moving on, we have Ketlen Vieira taking on Kayla Harrison. Um, Kayla should win, but -800 or -650, like that's crazy. I'm not paying that. I mean, she should win. Ketlen doesn't know what to do when she's on her back. Um, her grab wrestling isn't great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. The thing about Ketlen is, she's not old. She's 33. She took Penny Kianza to a decision, which is questionable. Um, Pennington, she lost to. On the feet, she's better than Harrison, of course, but I think Harrison's just not going to give her little opportunities. I think she's going to take her down. The thing about Ketlen, though, she's tall. She's very tall, and I could see a world where Ketlen just use her tall girl defense and outpoints her for 2 rounds. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go with Kayla Harrison winning this fight. She's the next women's champion. I don't think Ketlen Vieira is gonna get in the way of that. So unless Ketlen shocks the world, which I think is possible, I don't. I don't think. I don't think it's gonna happen. And I think Kayla Harrison's gonna win by TKO or you know submission. I think this is a Kayla Harrison show. She could even win by decision, but I think she's gonna get a finish because she's looking for statement wins, to get a title shot ASAP. Because how old is Kayla? Kayla is 34. She's got like 3 or 4 years left. She needs to get to a title ASAP. Moving on, we have Jose Aldo Jr. versus Mario Bautista. Mario Bautista is on the sauce. It is very evident. Most of the team of the guys at MMA Lab are on the sauce. It is what it is. And I'm, cool with that. You can do what you want. I'm not fighting you. I don't care. The thing is, you're fighting a guy by the name of Jose Aldo, who is not a bum by any means, and he is not going to gas out that bad. But I mean, maybe he does, but I don't think he's gonna concede takedowns. Aldo never really has. Um, he has losses to the better guys in the division. Like I said, this is a young, hungry lion. So maybe this is another example of Aldo being fed to the lions. But the guy's 38 years old, which is not great for the smaller weight classes. But he's still Aldo, man. Like, look at his last performance against Martinez. He absolutely put on a clinic, beat him up. I think Aldo's the man. I gotta. I don't know, man. This is hard because I lean Aldo. Not lean, sorry. I think Aldo win. My prediction is Aldo, but I'm not confident. I think the he has Mario Bautista has he's like a hybrid fighter. He has the grappling option, the striking option. I don't think he'll strike with Aldo because Aldo's just gonna outclass him. But if he does, I don't think he's gonna. I think he has the ability to upset. This guy's very talented. I'm gonna my prediction's Aldo, but I would not be surprised to see Batista, pulling off an upset, and put out a clinic. This guy's good, man, and so is Aldo. So predictions Aldo, but not confident. And yeah, I also really want Aldo to win because it's Aldo. I met the guy in Vegas, and the guy's a freaking legend. But yeah, I gotta go with Aldo. I think he's gonna have the leg kicks as an option. The boxing's, I feel like his boxing's gonna be superior. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Aldo by decision or KO. Moving on, we have Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. Um, so Pennington she's gotten better. She has shown a newfound grit. She really gets down to work. She's on a 6 fight winning streak. She's beat the first two don't really matter. Macy Chasson by guillotine choke, great win. She beat Ketlen Vieira, questionable win, but she won. I thought she won. Aspen Lad, big decent win. Myra Bueno Silva's a pretty good win. Like she's faced, pretty good girls and beat them handedly. Juliana Pena. Let's look at Mrs. Juliana Pena. By the way, Juliana is 35. Pennington's, it doesn't matter. Their age is irrelevant. They're around the same age. But last time she fought was 2022. That's over almost 3 years off is the last time she fought. Juliana Pena, and the last time she won was almost 4 years ago. So the thing about Juliana Pena is she hasn't beat anyone but Nunes that has been like, wow. Nico Montano was too. I believe she was too. She was too small for the weight class. She got beat up. Sarah McMahon can't really do jiu-jitsu that well. She's a wrestler, great wrestler. Kat Zingano, good win. But like that was back in 2016. Like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta go with Raquel Pennington just off of recency bias and the fact that she can strike with more technique. She has better boxing. She won't be bullied as what I've seen as of late. The kid has gave her some new confidence. Pena, she's a dog. She's gonna fight for your money, but I don't think she's very good. And I think Pennington is going to outclass her here. I gotta go with Pennington here. I think the Pennington couple is gonna come out with both wins. And so if you guys want to parlay something, the Penningtons, I think they're gonna get a win, both of them. So I think that's plus money. So have fun with that. But yeah, guys, I gotta go with Raquel Pennington here. I think she wins this fight at a high clip. Um, yeah, man, I don't know. Could Pena win? Yeah, but I gotta go with Pennington here. I think it's Pennington's time, and I think people are finally gonna start respecting her with a win here. So I'm gonna go with Pennington by decision. Yeah, probably. Cause I don't think she's finishing Pena unless by submission or something. Moving on, we have Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree Jr. So yeah, guys, Khalil Rountree Jr. He is being talked about by a bunch of guys that he's gonna pull an upset. Da 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 da. He's 13-5. He's experienced. Can mix in the grappling. Yeah. The thing about him is he has done a lot of work on himself, and that's what I like to see in a fighter. fighters who are real with themselves and who put in the work. But he gets hit a lot. He gets hit a lot. And if you're getting hit a lot against Dustin Jacoby, which he should have lost that fight, if you're getting hit by Chris Dawkins, Anthony Smith, you're going to get hit by Alex Pereira. And if you get hit by Alex Pereira, you're going to sleep. I think Khalil Rountree could pull an upset, definitely could. But if I had to put my money on it, which I have, Pereira, sorry guys, a little burp. Pereira is the last leg of my parlay, and I am confident in him. If you guys can find 2 to 3 legs on a parlay that you guys like and want to add something to Alex, go for it. I'm just gonna keep it to 3. I have 3 units on it. I think Alex is gonna cruise in this fight. Could he get KO'd? Maybe, but I highly doubt it. I think he's too smart. His fight IQ's too there. I feel like he's gonna be riding confidence. Like look at the guys he's beat. Like Pereira has a very good resume. He's beat Yuri Prohaska twice. You have Jamal Hill both times by like 3 KOs back to back to back. Feel like he's gonna get a 4th one here. Yeah, this is his weight class, 205. He's feeling great. He's strong. He's fast. He's like I know he's nearing the end of his prime, but I don't think it's gonna start here. He's 37. I don't think it's gonna start here. I gotta go with Alex Pereira. The heavyweights age a little better. Um, yeah, I gotta go with Alex Pereira here. This is a pretty safe pick in my opinion. I don't think this is gonna lose, but you never know. If I could give an order of confidence, my top 5 would be number 1, Kayla Harrison, number 2, Alex Pereira, number 4, Cesar Almeida, number 5, Raquel Pennington, and number 5, 1, 2, 3, number 4, Raquel Pennington, number 5, Tecia Pennington. Alrighty, guys, like, subscribe, you know the drill. I'll catch you next time. Peace.